The reason he puts you in situations that are too big, too strong, too much, is not to defeat you, but to establish you. When God turns it around, when you discover the greatness inside, people will see you in a whole new light. That's moving you toward your God-given purpose. When you're tempted to feel overwhelmed, outnumbered, not enough, instead of giving up, have a new perspective. I'm underestimated, and that's okay. I know God is up to something. I know favor is coming. I know new doors are about to open. I know healing is on the way. God is going to defy the odds and do what only He can do.
Your trouble is your pathway to triumph. Your pain is your pathway to a higher praise. The dream is your destiny. The dream tells you where you're going. Your adversity will advance you. The purpose of the dream is to give you a sense of destiny, to inspire you to reach for it, to stretch, to get out of your comfort zone. That's what a dream that God plants in your heart will do for you.
I'm telling you, put more time and effort in getting your freedom than being entertained. That's what I'm telling you. Like, come on. Like, look, you know, the people that you watch put in work. The people that you go see put in work. They were working on Christmas while you were unwrapping gifts. They were putting in time in the gym while you were hanging out. They were putting in time in the office while you had to leave early. They put in work, man. You want to get great and you don't want to put in work? How are you going to get great and not put in work? People ask me, James, why you work as hard as you work? Because I remember being broke. You know, being broke is a great motivator to never go back there. That's why I work the way that I work. I don't have to work the way that I work, but I work that way because I remember what it was like to sit around and wonder where the money was coming from. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to wait for my boss to decide I'm not necessary anymore. Not when I got an opportunity to be free. Are you serious? I got a chance to be free, and I'm not going to put in work? No, I'm going to put in work.
God didn't bring you in this world to be average. God didn't bring you in this world to wake up and die one day and just be another person that lived and died and didn't do anything significant in this world.
What we think about is really what controls us. This is a control tower, that everything else is a result of how we think. And we can't control everybody else in control of all of our circumstances, but we are going to respond to circumstances in one way or the other. And so what you have to ask is this: what is it that determines what I think? This mind of yours controls everything else in your life.
When you ask God for something, quit tripping. He got it from Him. Well, Lord, if I could just stay with Him a little bit longer. Maybe you don't need Him. Maybe He the reason you ain't got nothing now. Well, I don't want to leave Him because I've been with Him 8 years. Well, hold up. Whoa. You want 8 more years of this? The only reason I'm telling you this, because this is how I made it. I just do me. I'm just being me. I stay uniquely who I am because you are okay just the way you are. Because God made you uniquely who you are. He wanted you to be just like you are.
You can never shine trying to sit on someone else's sun. You can never figure out who you are if you're consumed in everything that everybody else is and what they're doing and the moves that they're making. There is a saying that you have to fake it until you make it. Most of y'all have been faking it for so long, you're never gonna make it. Most of y'all have been faking it so long, you now believe your own tricks. Most of y'all have been living a lie for so long that you believe your own lies because you're trying to chase someone else's life, all while ignoring your own life and your own path, all while ignoring what God has in mind for you.
Are you satisfied with your life as it is? Are you? Is your life giving you what you want? If you had your life to live over again, could you have done more than what you've done thus far? When I ask audiences that, most people agree, yes, I could have done more. I know I could have done more. I've wasted a lot of valuable time. You're going to lose something, lose money. You can recapture that. Don't lose time. You can't get that back.
And you'll never mount up with wings as eagles until you go through attack, and you go through persecution, and you go through being offended. Opposition enables you to do things you could not do had you not had opposition coming against you. It's what gives you lift. God intends for the winds of contrary opposition to take you higher.
You're still alive, so therefore God is not done with you. You're still here. God has a plan for your life.
Pull yourself together and quit tripping because you in the process. God is processing you. He ain't through with you. If he was through with you, you would not wake up in the morning. He gonna fix it. Everything you're going through is preparing you for what you asked God for. You just gotta quit tripping while you're in the process, because the process is necessary. You may not see it now, but when he gets you on the other side of it, you're gonna see exactly why it went that way, and you're gonna be okay with it.
But I think being grateful probably is number one. If you've got a job, you got to be grateful. So this is the greatest job in the world. Even if it's a transitional job getting you where you want to go, you got to be grateful. You don't have to love your job or be passionate about your job. Just passionate about staying steady, working hard, learning skills, doing this job so well that the next one will be even better, and taking such good care of this opportunity, another one will present itself.
If your friends judge you for being real, they're not true friends. A true friend will accept you for who you are, faults, weaknesses, shortcomings, and all. People that judge you are not being honest with themselves. They're just wearing their mask, hoping that you don't notice. Everybody is dealing with something. There are no perfect people. But we live in a society that stresses image. It tells us if we don't have it all together, if you don't wear the latest, drive the latest, then you're less than. This creates all kinds of pretending, trying to impress. That may feel strong, but in fact, it's weak. If you can't be honest with yourself, if you have to hide your struggles, act a certain way to keep up your image, that's going to keep you from your full potential. God is not looking for the ideal you, the pretend you, the future you. He's looking for the real you.
What is in you that can kill your limitations? You see, how deep is your why? Here's the question. How deep is your why? Why is it worth it to you? Why do you come back again and again and again when everybody's telling you, hey, you can't do this, you can't make it, including yourself? How do you come out of that? You see, how deep is your why? That's in your override. Right? And it's important to ask these questions about yourself, because if you want to get anywhere meaningful, if you want to grow to any level, to any height, you've got to go through some level of challenge. And those challenges send a lot of people back the other way.
There's something in you, in your heart of hearts, that said, I'm not going to let anybody pull my strings. It said, I'm going to control my own personal economy. It said, I've got a dream I want to achieve. That said, I am the captain of my ship. That said, I'm going to control my destiny. And whatever it takes, I'm willing to do the work.
In the morning, devour something. Throw your whole self at something. You'll never know what you can do and what you can be until you throw your whole self at it. Devour it. I mean, devour it. Don't try it. Devour it. Attack it. Attack it like you're going to kill it. Devour the prey. And in the evening, you divide the spoils. We have it backwards today. We want to divide the spoils in the morning. So we're blinging when we ought to be devouring. See, don't worry about whose name you wear when you're young. Worry about your name.
Only quality people. As you think about your goals and dreams, this is not for everybody. You want to build an organization with only quality people. Not people who need more, but people who want more. You want to surround yourself with people that are hungry. People that are hungry are willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. If you do what is easy, always looking for a way to give yourself a pass, to let yourself off the hook, to do what everybody else is doing, a job, the journey of the broke. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But there's something in you that says, you know, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore.
What's next for me? After all of this, I don't think that things just happen. I believe that they happen just. We have a mindset. We don't want to be the same coming out of this. That you want some radical change. That this could be a major defining moment for you. A day that turns your life around.
How do you keep the faith? How do you keep your head above water? How do you march against the tide? How do you stand up when everybody around you seems to be falling down? How do you keep firm and solid footing when everything underneath you seems to be slipping away? How do you keep the faith? You've got to be born again. And when you're born again, there are some things you just have to take. Just some things you have to stand up under. There's just some fights you're going to have.
Every single time you make a decision, you are basing it on unspoken values. You have a grid in your mind. You've never even thought about this, most likely. And every time you make a decision, I'm going to do this and not do that. I'm going to buy this and not buy that. You are showing your hidden values. So really the secret of success is clarifying your values. This is a skill you need to learn. What is valuable to me and what is not valuable? Every time you make a decision, you reveal your values.
There is an old person down inside of you that's dependent on you to be smart. It's the person you're going to be 30, 40 years from now. Do not disappoint that person by being foolish through the strongest years of your life. And then when your back is out and your knees are swollen and you can't move around, now you're out there going to get your grind on now?
If you have an extreme desire to wish to be successful, so you can accomplish all you wish to accomplish, be as generous as you'd like to be as strong as you'd like to be. And I think if you say you have to find your passion, people find that a little bit confusing. Where would I find it? And what could I be passionate about? I guess you could start with saying, I'm passionate about providing unusual success for myself and for my family. Then I think the key is to let what you want to accomplish, let that grow. Where at first this is as far as you can see, but if you'll do that, you could say, wow, maybe I could multiply by 2, by 3, and expand my vision, accomplish a lot more.
It's on you and it's on me. We've got to create an environment in our households, an environment in our cars. My car became a university when I was driving. I got in there, I didn't listen to craziness. I listened to things that can empower me, things that can stretch my mind, that can empower me to the degree that I can compete with people with PhDs and MBAs.
What is the vision for your life? What are the ideas and the dreams for your life? What are you supposed to be doing? Who are you? What are your gifts and talents? What is your ultimate destiny and your goals? God will never give you something somebody else is supposed to have.
What we believe is the fastest way for you to eradicate a limiting belief is to actually see the limiting belief as untrue. And the moment that happens, there's a reorganization in your brain, like you can't unsee it. Once you see the lie as a lie, right, there's a huge shift. It reorients you to the experiences of your life. It reorients you, to money, to relationships.
It's not what you are that holds you back. It's what you think that you are not. That's what holds you back. You cannot always control circumstances, but you can always control your own thoughts. Nothing changes until your mind changes. Information does not bring transformation. Conversion does.
So what we've got to begin to do is only embrace those things that's for our highest good. That no one has the right to determine or has the knowledge to say how long we're going to be here. And that we can choose to surrender or we can choose to take a stand and fight. And there are a lot of people who fight who are still here. There are people who fight and who go. But at least they go out fighting. They didn't just surrender. They didn't just throw in the towel on themselves. And I'm saying that
that there is something in us. There's a power and an energy that's in us, that we owe it to ourselves to take on anything, dis-ease in the body, poverty, opposition, whatever is between that and which we desire, and we feel that will give us a full and rich life. We should fight for it. Assistance from strangers comes to you and you say, whoa. You begin to discover things showing up that you need, that you didn't even know you needed them. And here they are right here at your disposal when you get to that new level of consciousness. That they not wimp out or not fold or collapse, not surrender. What is it about a human being? I'm saying that the human spirit is so enormously powerful beyond our wildest imagination that one entity could bring a government to its knees or begin to dismantle an unjust form of government.
Maybe it was time for you to move on. Somebody sent me a plaque one day that said, don't worry about the people that God has removed from your life. He saw things you didn't see. He heard conversations you couldn't hear. And he made moves you wouldn't. It's really, you have to live your life in the expectation of wonderful things happening. God is a merciful God. He didn't bring you this far to leave you. He didn't set you up to fail. You're tripping. You're tripping, man. He only wants to progress his children. That's all he wants to do. Even if you're wrong, he forgives us. Just keep moving, man.
How bad do you want what God has put in your heart? Bad enough to outlast the opposition? Bad enough to overlook some insults? Bad enough to do the right thing when the wrong thing has happened? Do you want it bad enough to keep pursuing even when circumstances say it's not going to happen? Many of the difficulties we face, the delays, the times it's not fair, that's simply a test. God is seeing how bad do you want it. This is what weeds people out. If you're overcome by problems, you let circumstances push you down, people talk you out of it, you're not going to have the strength or the courage to sustain where God is taking you. Are you letting people talk you out of what God put in your heart? You can't get well. You saw the report. You'll never get out of debt. You've reached your limits. You can't start that business. You won't accomplish your dreams. You have too much opposition. Do like him. Let that go in one ear and out the other. Ignore what they're saying. They don't determine your destiny. God does.
Particularly painful is discouragement in the life of the believer. Because as we travel from season to season, it is not just the perils that we face, but it is seeing the wicked go forward. While the righteous are held back. I don't know if you've ever thought like that, but sometimes I see people succeeding who didn't pray nearly as hard, work nearly as long, have not been faithful at all. And it seems like they seemingly have moments of victory, placed in close proximity so I could see it. Their victories are flaunted in my face, not while I am having a similar experience, but while all hell has broken loose in my life and I am going through agony and tragedy, seemingly they are having victory and triumph. And if you are not careful, the very sight of their prosperity
Chẳng thể quên khi cơn mưa đêm lại về. Em nơi quên lời thề và ta như đông chìm sâu, không còn mơ em anh nhận màu. Em chỉ cần mơ đâu bye bye. Chỉ còn là những cơn mưa vô giá cho bên mơ em không mơ anh. Anh một đêm mơ chỉ cần bên em không được cần nhớ và chỉ có em không còn nhớ và người ta bên nhau như là tớ. Muốn nhớ về say em chỉ có mấy em ở đây và anh như muốn chết đi nhưng không muốn em mơ mày. Tình yêu làm cho ta đau đầu, không em như mà mơ mộng. Anh như nơi mong cầu và mưa bên em ngô sầu. Chào các bạn ba để mơ, chỉ có bên em nhưng là khó mơ. Em ở nơi dài, em một bên này. Anh không mong gì hơn, chỉ mong em sẽ ở đây ôm anh thật gần. Anh chỉ mong đôi ta được có nhau và đừng em đâu anh có em. Một đôi bên nào đừng có em, ta sẽ trao nhau môi hôn thật sâu. Ôm anh cứ nữa bằng ngâu và em chỉ nằm đâu. Anh không muốn em ở đâu đâu, một cơn gió thứ anh không mơ cầu. Mà không đôi anh mà bên nhờ anh chỉ là my friend. Em quên đi bao lời hứa, quên đi cả những ngày xưa. Anh như là muốn nhớ, em cứ một chưa. Mà đừng ở đêm ở đêm, anh nhìn một đôi bằng kem, không như là ba trên thêm, cho em nhiều hơn như là kem. Chỉ cần là mưa thôi, em chỉ cần là mưa thôi, còn ai sẽ là nắng rồi. Em chỉ cần là mưa thôi, cho anh được êm trôi, cho anh được ôm em kia trời nắng và ôm em kia trời mưa. Và có anh có mặt trời, em như là cuộc đời, có được nhau là gặp thời, không cần mưa để mất lời. Anh muốn em mau về đây để cơn mưa ngừng trôi. Anh muốn em là cuộc đời trong mơ mơ. Bao con đoán như sự trên đời, anh chỉ mong muốn có em bên người, không muốn được mơ mơ. Chỉ cần mơ say, em nên làm con tim bút sầu, đừng làm con tim để âu đầu. Yêu em chẳng em mà mong cầu, chỉ muốn có em ở trong đầu. Anh không
permanent stain which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear, I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here, the sound of deafening fear. Don't die if you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble. K-N-I-F-E, right in your side, you would never see me coming. Don't die if you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble. K-N-I-F-E, right in your side, you would never see me. My energy is next level, so damn you better be careful. I got an angel and devil, he stabs me straight in the temple. I'm ready to be a rebel, I've got a lot of potential hidden inside of this vessel. That shit is so exponential. I need a first class ticket to the top, no limit. I don't play no gimmicks, I'ma take you to the clinic. If you want a taste, come at me and you will be replaced. They won't find a trace of you anywhere or any place. Don't die if you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble. K-N-I-F-E, right in your side, you would never see me coming. Don't die if you try, you just might get a little bit of trouble. K-N-I-F-E, right in your side, you would never see me coming. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. I'm kinda stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I work hard or live at my pace? You're only young once, yeah that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait no, it's living with no shame. Wait no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us and that's okay. Well I just wanna be happy, how to get there? Glad that you asked me. I think it's different for everyone. Some of us need work, others need fun. Some of us need purpose to overcome. But try to do what you love when it's said and done. Cause there's so many differences in each of us. Trust your gut, it can show you what you want. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days.